The Appellate Division First Department is now in session. Good morning. Welcome to the Appellate Division's virtual admission ceremony. Ms. Schwartz, would you please proceed?
Good morning, and may it please the court. I, Sharon Schwartz, staff counsel to this court's Committee on Character and Fitness, am honored this morning to present to the court 30 applicants for admission to the bar. Further, I am pleased to report that the committee has examined the applicant appearing here today. According to the committee, I certify that each applicant appearing here this morning does possess the requisite character and fitness to merit admission to the bar of the state of New York, and therefore I do hereby move for their admission.
Ms. Schwartz, thank you. In advance of today's ceremony, my colleagues and I have considered this, of course, very important motion to admit these candidates to the bar, and they've authorized me to grant the motion. So the motion is granted. As always, I ask that you please extend the sincerest thanks of the court to the members of the Committee on Character and Fitness for continuing to make such great efforts, particularly during these extraordinary circumstances, to ensure that each of the candidates does indeed meet the important requirements for admission to the bar of the state of New York. These committee members work pro bono without compensation, and my colleagues and I truly appreciate their service in helping to keep the admissions process running so smoothly. So thank you. The clerk of the court, Susanna Rojas, will now administer the oath of office.
Good morning, Justice Renwick. Good morning, candidates. I will administer the oath in the form of a question. At the end, I will ask you to unmute your microphones and respond by saying, I do. At this point, I ask you all to please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm to support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, and to faithfully discharge the duties of the office of Attorney and Counselor at Law to the best of your ability? Please unmute your mics and respond by saying, I do.
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 Thank you, attorneys. You may lower your right hand and please mute your microphones. Thank you.
Congratulations to all of you. On occasions as auspicious as these, one of us, one of the jurists, addresses you, and today that privilege falls to me. So on behalf of all of my colleagues on the Appellate Division First Department, it is my great pleasure to welcome you, new attorneys, to the Bar of the State of New York. Congratulations to all of you on the completion of this long, demanding journey. And of course, congratulations as well to your parents, spouses, significant others, and all whom you care about who undoubtedly helped make this occasion possible. Usually for this ceremony, you would be surrounded by the beauty of our courtroom, and it is truly beautiful. You can get an idea of it from the photos that are behind us. We're still not quite there yet, but just, you know, we are getting closer every day, so that's a good thing. But perhaps you'll also have a visit to us, second seating someone in a case soon for argument. The fact that you're not experiencing this ceremony from inside the courtroom, of course, should in no way detract from the importance of this day. You should all be very proud and excited about your accomplishments, particularly since you've achieved at least part of your legal education during extraordinary times. By now, you've had a chance to adapt. You've had to do it many times and in many ways to this virtual legal world. You may be working remotely. You may be back in the office. There may be some combination of the two. You may be seeking employment. It's all a little different when you have to do it virtually. Although I know many offices and in many places they're back to usual. Navigating your legal career, whether because of COVID challenges or otherwise, it will be important for you to remember that you don't have to do these things alone. Remember to rely on your counselors, alumni, resources from your law school, or guidance of a professor, or a senior attorney, or a member, or another mentor. Remember to join a bar association. There are several of them. There are local bar associations like the Bronx Bar or the City Bar or New York County Lawyers. These associations are important for you to connect and network with lawyers when life or other issues can become overwhelming. It's important that you understand that you can mentor at your age also, at the new stage in your career. You can serve as a mentor as well as be mentored. And these associations are great for making those new social connections. Either way, adapting and changing, adapting to the challenges or changing to challenges is not new for lawyers. Historically, the law has been the conduit of change, and lawyers have been at the forefront of our society driving that change. If you think of Thurgood Marshall, Jack Greenberg, Robert Carter, just a few of the lawyers who were on the legal team for the case of Brown versus the Board of Education, that case not only declared segregated education unconstitutional, but practically speaking, it opened the door to a better, more diverse America as opportunity comes only through proper education. Those lawyers were extremely passionate about the law. They recognized the power of the law. They respected the law and its precedent in seeking equality for all, and they understand the power that the law had to make change. You are our future judges, legislators, leaders, and more. You will be the protectors of our legal institutions and our democracy. The oath you took minutes ago were not empty words. They took less than a minute to recite, but they were the difference between your being mere candidates and being lawyers with the power to represent people in high places and low. And the oath's core is your pledge to support, at the oath's core is your pledge to support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the state of New York. The pledge is of such gravity that the legislature mandated its public recitation and it's set forth in our state constitution. It is the same oath for elected officials and all who assume public office. Because being a lawyer is a public office, you must adhere to the highest ethical standards, not only in your professional lives, but also in your personal lives. Essentially, the oath you just took imposes obligations on you that you will endure for your entire careers as attorneys. The legal profession of which you are now members allows each of you the power and ability to affect people's lives in a positive way, to protect and ensure the rights and freedoms of individuals, and ultimately to shape our society. While none of us is infallible, you owe yourselves, the courts, and your clients honesty, diligence, and adherence to the law in each and every case. As you navigate your way through the legal profession, be forever mindful of your ethical responsibility, which is essential to preserving your integrity and the integrity of the profession. You've endured law school, the bar exam, and are now attorneys. You've earned the privilege to practice law. With confidence and a strong ethical and moral compass, it is a privilege that can help you face the challenges that life will put before you today and in the future. Your careers and your future are limited only by your own imagination and energy. So congratulations and good luck to all of you. This concludes our admission ceremony for this morning. Thank you.
Thank you to the justices, and Ms. now sign off, and the new attorneys will stay on with me.